Hello, everyone. Welcome to Korea from Inside. We're so glad to have you here. Today, we've got an incredibly exciting and surprising story for you. Actress Younjung has revealed that she not only wants to star in a movie with actor Song Joong-ki, but she even dreams of marrying him. What's the story behind this shocking confession? Let's find out together, right now. It all started with a casual interview. Younjung, the rising star known for her elegance and raw talent, was promoting her latest drama when a reporter asked her a seemingly harmless question: if you could work with any actor in your next film, who would it be? Without hesitation, she smiled and replied, Song Joong-ki. Not only do I admire his acting, I'd love to do a romantic thriller with him. Something intense, where we fall in love on screen. And maybe off screen too. Her words hit the entertainment world like a storm. Within hours, social media exploded. Fans of Song Joong-ki were divided, some thrilled at the idea of the two working together, others outraged by what they called a disrespectful comment, especially considering Song's recent efforts to keep his private life low-key. Rumors flew. Was she confessing a real-life crush? Was this a publicity stunt? But the drama didn't end there. Days later, a leaked script from a new production circulated online. The story? A twisted romance between a mysterious heiress and a former detective, filled with betrayal, obsession, and forbidden love, with Younjung and Song Joong-ki rumored to be in talks for the lead roles. The controversy deepened. Critics accused the production team of marketing through scandal, while others applauded the bold pairing. Was it art imitating life? Or a dangerous game of blurred lines? Meanwhile, Younjung remained unapologetic. A follow-up post on her social media, she wrote, "Great stories are born from risk. I respect Song Joong-ki deeply as an artist, and as a person. If this causes controversy, so be it. I believe in honest emotion, on screen and off." Her message sparked another wave of debate. Some praised her courage, others called it reckless. Regardless, one thing was clear: the name Younjung was on everyone's lips. And, whether this was the beginning of a powerful cinematic partnership or just another misunderstood moment in celebrity culture, no one could look away. Long before Younjung became a household name, before the red carpets, flashing cameras, and luxury endorsements, she was just a young actress in training, staying up late in her tiny apartment, watching old dramas and memorizing scenes from films. One name always stood out on her screen: Song Joong-ki. To her, he wasn't just a top actor. He was the gold standard of what Korean cinema could be: passionate, graceful, intelligent. His role in A Werewolf Boy left her in tears. His performance in Vincenzo made her heart race. But it was more than admiration. It was obsession, the innocent kind that slowly matures into a dream so vivid, it becomes a secret companion. In her imagination, she'd already acted beside him dozens of times. She would picture it vividly: a dimly lit scene in an old alleyway, the tension thick in the air. Her character, a brilliant but tormented lawyer, stood face to face with his, a fallen prosecutor seeking redemption. Their eyes locked, and silence spoke louder than any line in the script. She whispered, "If I fall, will you catch me?" He didn't answer, he just reached out his hand. Younjung would rehearse that moment alone in her mirror, time and time again. Reality is never so simple. Years later, as she began to rise in the industry, she finally got close enough to see him at events, always from a distance. He was kind, composed, unreachable. Every interaction was professional. But in her heart, she wondered, what would it take to break through the glass wall between admiration and connection? Then came the opportunity. A script was circulating through her agency, a high-budget psychological thriller with a male lead still unconfirmed. The director? Someone known for taking risks. Younjung read the story in one breath. It was perfect, dark, twisted, emotionally rich. When she heard a rumor that the team had approached Song Joong-ki for the male lead, her heart nearly stopped. Was this fate? Or just a cruel tease? She didn't wait. At her next meeting with her manager, she said clearly, "Do whatever it takes. I want this role. If he signs on, will give this performance everything I have, even if it ruins me." Her intensity startled her team. She wasn't playing anymore. This wasn't just about a role, It was about fulfilling the fantasy that had driven her since the beginning. Acting with Song Joong-ki wasn't a career move. It was the closing chapter of a silent, internal novel she'd been writing for years. And yet, the world outside was not so romantic. Lloyd's twisted her comments. Online forums labeled her desperate, delusional, even dangerous. But still, she held her ground. Every night, she returned to the dream, the film, the chemistry, the perfect line delivered at the perfect moment. In her mind, the movie already existed. In her mind, they had already fallen in love, on screen, maybe off screen too. Perhaps that's where her deepest fear lay. What if the real Song Joong-ki was nothing like the version in her dreams? What if the fantasy, when realized, crumbled into disappointment? Dreams were never meant to be safe. They were meant to burn. So she pressed on, against the media storm, the criticism, the misunderstandings. Because somewhere inside her, the young girl watching late-night dramas still believed that one day, on a quiet set under the hum of studio lights, she'd hear the director call action, and when she turned, it would be him standing there, ready to bring the dream to life. Behind the headlines, beyond the controversy, there existed a quiet truth that Younjung had never spoken out loud. Her admiration for Song Joong-ki wasn't born from fame, charm, or even attraction. It came from something much deeper, respect. In her early days as a rookie actress, Younjung had studied Song Joong-ki not just as a celebrity. As a true craftsman, she noticed the subtleties in his performances, the way his eyes held weight even in silence, the restraint in his expressions. The way he could shift from warmth to coldness in a heartbeat. While others praised his looks, she was watching the work behind the screen, the control, the discipline, the years of experience that shaped each performance. He doesn't act for attention, he acts for the truth of the scene. She once told a close friend, he disappears into the character so completely, it makes you forget you're watching a performance. That's what I want to learn. She often watched his older works in private, not for entertainment, but for study. She would pause and rewind scenes from The Innocent Man, examining how he conveyed betrayal with just a flicker of his eyes. She'd rewatch Descendants of the Sun. Not for the romantic storyline, but to observe his timing, his delivery, his presence. He was more than a role model, he was a living masterclass in acting. It wasn't about being his fan, it was about becoming the kind of actress worthy of standing beside him on screen. She never wanted to be seen as someone chasing fame through association. That's why she hesitated for so long before ever speaking his name publicly. But admiration can only be hidden for so long before it turns into fuel for ambition, for growth, for courage. And when she finally confessed that she dreamed of working with him, it was not a gimmick, it was the most honest thing she'd said in a long time. Because in her heart, Younjung believed that acting with Song Joong-ki would not only be the realization of a long-held dream, but also the ultimate test of her abilities, to see if she could hold her own beside someone she had revered for so long. Was it foolish? Maybe. Was it romanticized? Possibly. But it was real. And that's what made it beautiful, a young actress standing in the shadow of a giant, not to mimic him. To grow tall enough to meet him, scene for scene, emotion for emotion. For Younjung, admiration wasn't about worship, it was about inspiration. And if destiny ever brought them together on screen, she wouldn't play the starstruck girl. She would play the role of her life, not for him, but because of him. In the end, this was simply a light-hearted, humorous interview, a playful comment born from admiration. Younjung's words reflect nothing more than deep respect for a senior actor she truly looks up to in the industry.